Okay guys, so I'm back in the shop today. We're gonna do some hydrographics. We're gonna do some dipping. And the dipping master, Bree. Master of dipping.
Master of
You guys have seen Bree on the channel, I think once before. Bree's nose and the bottom of her face.
So we are gonna be dipping all of these parts in multicam.
Oh, good. So it won't be an assault weapon anymore because it won't be black and scary.
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay. Good.
Exactly.
All right.
So each one of these parts we're going to be dipping today. First, we're going to mask them up, get them all taped up, ready to go. Then we'll get them base coated, and then we will dip them.
Dip, dip, dip.
Stay tuned.
Oh, so you dip the end cap of the PMags with them on? Like,
yes.
Okay.
Yeah. So basically, the reason that we do that is because if they're off, it's going to be two different patterns.
Got
so
it.
if we dip it all together, we'll take this off to top coat it so that it seals it in. But when you put it back together, it's going to look like one
Nice.
fluid piece.
What about the hand guards here? Do you put these together?
Those will
or
probably keep separate.
Okay.
Just because it's going to be easier to dip. Because the thing is, every time you dip, it's into water. So basically, when you're going down, you're going into a print or an ink. And as you're going through, you're going to get little tears through here, which is going to make the dip inconsistent throughout the whole thing. So what you want to do is you want to tape it all up. So that way when you go down into the water, it's not going to distort the pattern as it's going down and being dipped.
Cool.
So
Cool.
you get to see a whole bunch of fun, cool stuff, but we got to get this prepped, cleaned up, prepped, ready to go.
All right. Let's prep. And then I can go dip, dip, dip. Dip, dip, dip.
Yeah.
Dip, dip, dip. Yeah. Okay. See, previously dipped muddy girl pattern. So the base coat is, what is that?
This is one hit wonder. So for this, we don't need to mix it with anything. We literally just spray it on, let it dry, and then we can coat right away.
Okay. So
we don't have to do anything special.
no
with
math
it.
involved with this one?
But because of the print that we're doing,
Yeah.
it does have to be a specific base color. So this is their multicam color. It has to be that specific color for that because it is, what is that called? It's a patented pattern.
Like a copyright pattern?
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So you have to, like, some of our patterns you can choose any color you want for the base coat. But I believe because this is like military issue, you have to
use the right stuff.
Right.
Yeah,
You can't, try to mix it to be close to that color. It has to be this color.
Okay. So many films, so many patterns. I like the SpongeBob. I like the coat an AR-15 in SpongeBob.
My favorite pattern is obnoxious.
Oh wow. Yeah, that's pretty obnoxious. Yeah, that would be your favorite. I like cool. I look kind of like cool. Protecting yourself from bad things is very important. Oh, so.
everybody, welcome back.
That was pretty professional sounding.
Thanks.
It's a good shot of the shop patch on your shirt. And a wiggle. That's like 2 for 1.
That's what I do. Give everybody more than what they want.
Good.
Always.
Whether they want it or not.
Exactly.
Yes.
Okay.
So the only difference here is one of these is older than the other? Is that?
Yeah, they could be the exact same age.
Oh.
They could have ordered 2 at the same time. But the reason I'm looking to you for newer stuff is it's going to dip better. If it's an older film, if it's too old, the film can expire. So depending on conditions of the shop and things like that, if there's moisture in the air, heat, everything makes it variable. If it's an old film, the only way to really test it is to actually dip, and then you'll see that it's not dipping well. So when you are working with the pieces after they're coated, always wear gloves.
I better get some gloves. I'll try these mediums. Nope, these are worse than those blue ones.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, there's some of those blue ones, extra large blue ones.
I'll get these. These extra larges are fine.
Were you singing a Moana song earlier?
No, I would never sing a Moana song.
I have Moana stuck in my head now.
I have an 8-year-old and a 3-year-old. Of course I sing Moana songs.
What else can I say?
Except I change the words to whatever situation I'm currently involved with.
That's fair.
Sometimes it's, Tato walks up and it's like, what can I say besides Tato? Like, whatever it happens to be.
So you can turn off the rinse, hit that red button
Red
there.
button?
Yep. This is going to allow the water to settle. We don't want to work with it when it's not settled.
Okay.
I think I may have overfilled it.
But it looks good. Very clear.
I know.
I want to go swimming in.
You can take it back. Okay, so for this piece, I'm actually going to leave this on my little thingamajigger here just because it makes it easier to dip. Can you see?
Yes.
My thingamajigger?
I can see your thingamajigger.
Okay, so what we want to do is we want to cut a piece of film that's going to completely cover this and wrap around a little bit. So you always want to give yourself a little bit of wiggle room with it. So what I'll do here, so I'm just going to kind of measure out approximately what the size is going to be. So I'm probably going to cut a piece that's about 1 inch out on either side. And yeah, so we'll probably do this square here. Now the nice thing about having this here is that you can kind of measure. So I know I want to cut from here. I'll probably just leave it all. Okay, so the red dot means it's NJM. That's the activator.
Oh.
If it doesn't have a red dot and it's a TWN print, then it's going to be the 3502. You have to make sure that you're using the correct activator. After it hits the water, it goes on for 60 seconds to hydrate. After the 60 seconds, you spray it with the activator. Now NJM, you have to do 2 passes with the activator. The 3502, you have to do 1 pass. It's just a hotter activator. What I want to do before anything else is I want to make sure that I have my activator set up. So I'm going to sneak in front of here.
Can I touch this little square?
Absolutely.
So this little thing. Okay, so it's mostly translucent, so that's why we need the base coat.
Correct.
All right.
A
Some
lot
of it's
the
even
prints,
clear.
Well, all prints need a base coat. But the thing is, because some of them have specific base coat colors, as we said earlier, some of them have free-for-all, like SpongeBob. You can put whatever you want underneath.
So if it wasn't for that technicality, you could put, like, if you want, I mean, if you, but
so,
what I'm saying is like by chemical process or whatever, like any color would work, but you have to legally use the one color?
Yes.
Okay.
So what I'm doing is I'm creating a tape dam. This will, when I put the pattern down, it won't go floating away from me. So I'll do both sides, but I'm going to place the first one when I put it down, and then I'm going to place the second one. It'll allow it to spread out, but it won't allow it to float away from me while I'm working.
Okay.
You never want to touch film with wet hands.
Probably.
It'll ruin it.
No.
So on this machine, we have a timer that reads up there. It'll give us exactly 60 seconds. It'll beep, and then we'll know we need to spray. Now you may be saying to yourself, well, why don't you create a plastic piece to create these dams? Thing is, we need it to pass through, so the tape will actually have give when we do it. Stay tuned.
Stay tuned. Bum, bum, bum.
I'm going to be as obnoxious as possible while we're doing this.
I usually am, so,
Okay,
you know.
perfect. So you can actually see that the film is starting to hydrate.
Is that why wrinkly?
Yep. You'll see it wrinkle, you'll see it kind of expand a little bit. Certain parts of it won't, it's just different makeups of the ink. But this is what we want. We want it to hydrate.
Were they former dippers?
So we want to wait for it to completely glass out, so it'll look like glass on the top. That's good. And there you have it.
Right.
Voila!
And now it's nice and pretty.
Yeah, that is cool. That is really cool.
That is really awesome. That works like that. All coated. Looks like it was like molded like that out of that kind of plastic.
Now you can see where it looks like it messed up a little bit. It's a little bit of extra film
Up
that's
there,
laying
yeah.
on top. So after it gets rinsed, that'll get washed off.
Okay. Time for a bigger piece.
So the little ones are nice and easy.
Yeah.
The bigger pieces we actually have to roll in the water. So what we'll do, once the film is ready, it's been activated, and everything is done. Sorry. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. So what we'll do is we'll actually set this in the water like this, and then we'll go down, and we're actually going to turn it into it. So I'm actually, because I hit it a little bit late, I'm going to stop it like 2 seconds early. So we wait for it to glass. Okay. Now you always want to start from your most awkward position if you're going to roll.
Holy smoochie. That is still awesome. Don't care what anyone says. That was really cool. Hey, nice dipping.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah.
I did pretty good.
Like somebody who's been trained to do it.
It's like I went to school for it or something.
Yeah.
It's really odd. Now, the only reason I'm touching down here is because it's all taped up, so.
Oh, okay.
But on this is it's called PVA. So we have to rinse that off before the ink will settle into it. So that's what we rinse off in the rinse tank immediately after dipping.
Nice.
Don't mind
Yeah, it does look a little bit like phlegmy mucus hanging off. So is that a good dip? You got a good
Yeah,
dip?
it's pretty good. The thing is, it looks really good right after the dip.
Yeah.
What you want to do is you want to rinse it off and then see how it looks. So we'll let this get cleaned up and then we'll take a look at it.
Pieces to rinse. This looks like the thing they put you in when you were like contaminated with some kind of nuclear crap.
That's basically what it is.
Yeah.
Now it's just nasty because clean. So we let them sit in there for about 3 to 5 minutes, and then we take them out and make sure that all of that PVA we were talking about earlier has come off. So you'll see that it sprays from both the top and the bottom.
Oh. Oh, wait. Oh. Is there like soap in there?
No, that's actually from activator that has been in there.
Oh.
It's just pure water. When it gets rinsed like this, the activator will come off and it drips down in the bottom. We do a change of tank water about once every week to 2 weeks, depending on how much dipping we're doing.
Okay.
So we'll set a timer for 3 to 5 minutes and we'll come back.
Okay. You like
So
it?
now we'll set these all out to dry. And then once they're dry, I'm actually going to pull this out here because that's just going to keep it wet. Once it's dry, you can top coat it.
So excuse the giant fan noise, but here's the, you know, pistol grip. And stuff just looks painted on. It's amazing. It's awesome.
That just ain't shit.
That's staying in. It's awesome. This one has a weird texture on the plastic, but it's all going to get clear coated anyway, so all that kind of shiny spots, they're all going to go away. You're not going to see that. Trying not to drop it now as I'm showing you the final product. And this is all officially licensed. So it's actual multicam. It's not, you know, any military pattern there. Magazine. That's the tape end right there. With some little parts, and Brianna is finishing up the last, the 2 handguard parts right now. Well guys, now that Bree has taught us so perfectly how to do this, I'm going to show you how to screw it up.
Am I a pretty good teacher?
You're a very good teacher.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah, yeah. It doesn't mean I'm not going to screw it up.
You're not going to screw it up, and if you do, we'll fix it.
Yeah. So I picked this. This is piranhas. Piranha.
Did you flip that already? Yeah, you did.
Yeah. So this is flipped. So we sprayed a cool cup, and then what do we call these things?
They're called speed shapes.
Speed shapes. It's a shape of things to come. I don't know. It's a shape. That's air. So we're gonna do one of these, and we're gonna do this in piranha, and should look pretty cool because that's clear. So then we'll have the blue coming through it. We're just waiting for the water to heat up to the appropriate temperature right now.
Straight down.
Yep. I messed up. Yeah, I messed up.
What'd you mess up?
So to roll that, we're not gonna be able to roll it. So just do your speed shape.
Okay.
I went the wrong way first. So pick which way you want the pattern to go.
Right.
Yep.
Is that good?
And is it all glass?
You don't want to go straight down.
You want to go there
I go-
at an angle. And then come straight down.
This?
Slow. Yep, nice and slow. Kind of wiggle it around a little bit. And then you can come right up.
Oh, look at my fish. My fish. My fish. But it's piranha. New pattern. Wait, where's Slam?
Most uncomfortable.
No, but I want that thing.
It doesn't matter.
No? Okay. It's the most uncomfortable.
Okay?
Ready?
Yep. Go down into the water. Good. Now roll it forward and push into the film. Go down a little bit more into the water. There you go. There you go. Keep going, keep going, keep going, and down into the water completely. Perfect. Shake it a little. You don't have to go that nuts.
I feel like I have to go nuts.
Now pull it up. Look how beautiful that is.
Oh, I fucked up the bottom.
No, that's taped off. Remember?
Oh, it's taped off.
So that part you can mess up. Now take a look. Show it to the camera. Look what you did.
Oh, look what I did. Look what I did today. I made this. I made this and I got slime on my watch. Those are what I did today. Piranha gun. Oh, yeah. No, that's pretty cool.
Piranha gun?
Yeah. That's pretty, that actually, I'm pretty happy with that. That's nifty. It's nifty. I dipped piranha.
And we could do a shiny top coat on it and you could take it home for the kids.
And they'll like look at it and be like, oh, look, it's a piranha thing. Woohoo! Here is the end result of all the work. So you've got the upper and lower of the handguard. And of course, the compressor kicks on right now, right? But ready for the rifle. Magazine, all done. You even have, since it is officially licensed by Multicam, you have that little name in there from time to time on different parts. Grip, trigger guard. This is your adjustment switch that would fit in there. Once we get everything, you know, we got to put the posts and the springs in and everything, but we'll get that in there. Get everything reassembled and put together. Still have the black rubber. So, looks good. Nice and camoed up. Has that nice Cerakote clear matte overcoat to protect it all. How long did it actually take? Couldn't tell you the actual time because I wasn't really keeping track, but you know, you have your initial prep, you have your base coating, you have your dipping. Some of these pieces we had to do twice. We're using, like some, I think I mentioned this, I don't know if I did or not, but some older film. You know, we weren't happy with the way it came out, and nothing's going to leave this shop until it's as close to perfect as we can get it. So we stripped the whole thing down, rebase coated, did it all again. These parts will be on their way. You may see a whole line of multicam dip parts from a certain manufacturer in the near future. But just another example. So this is kind of, this illustrates the whole process that makes Hydrographics work and the end result. It's great. Has so many different applications. And you've seen it a little bit on the channel now. One of the things that I'm involved with here at Patriot Armory. But, you know, a bit more complicated than just give me an object, let me throw it in the water with some film. This is why it costs a little bit to get done, though. A lot of places will just kind of throw it in there and give you whatever comes out of the water and say it's done. We're going to keep doing it till we get it right. Nothing leaves this shop till it's as close to perfect as we can get it. A little bit long video, but I hope you guys like the intro onto how to do hydrographics and how does it work. There's been many viewer requests for more in-the-shop videos on how stuff gets done. One of my favorite films, since it's just sitting here, is this Cryptek Neptune Reduced right there. I love this. I'm looking for something awesome to put it on. I'm not sure what. It's supposed to go on like kind of a gray background. Not this white one, but fancy, huh? Will look really good on something, I'm sure. I'll find something. Anyway, guys, more shop videos to come, promise you. So, in the meantime, appreciate all of you, every single one of you. You are all totally awesome, and we will be back again real soon.